In the vast, silent stretches of the Navajo Nation, there is a name you never whisper after dark. To say it out loud is to invite their attention. They are the Yi-Naldlushi, literally, he who goes on all fours. In English, we call them Skinwalkers. They aren't just monsters from a movie. They are part of a living, breathing history of medicine, magic, and a dark betrayal of the human soul. Today, we're tracing the origins of the Skinwalker from ancient tribal taboos to the modern mysteries of the infamous Skinwalker Ranch. To truly grasp the chilling nature of the Skinwalker, one must first understand its opposite within Navajo culture, the profound concept of Hojo, often translated as walking in beauty. This isn't merely an aesthetic idea, it is a sacred and intricate philosophy representing a state of total harmony. It is balance with the self, with the community, and with the natural and spiritual worlds. Hoju is health, order, and goodness, a path that every member of the community strives to walk. At the heart of maintaining this delicate balance are the traditional healers, the Hatawi. These respected medicine men and women are not simply doctors. They are spiritual guides, historians, and ceremonial leaders. They dedicate their lives to learning complex songs, prayers, and rituals passed down through generations, using this sacred knowledge to restore Hojo when it has been disrupted by illness, conflict, or spiritual distress. Their power is a force for communal good, a tool for healing and restoration. The Skinwalker, however, represents the absolute inversion of this sacred duty. The betrayal. According to tradition, a Skinwalker, or Yi-Naldlushi, is a person, often a powerful medicine man or woman, who has reached the highest level of priesthood, but makes a conscious, horrifying choice. Instead of upholding balance, they choose to shatter it. They twist the sacred knowledge meant for healing and use it for personal gain, to inflict pain, spread disease, and inspire terror. This is considered the ultimate betrayal, a corruption of the most profound trust placed in an individual by their community. The price. The path to becoming a Skinwalker is said to be sealed by a monstrous price. To gain the coveted power to shapeshift and command dark magic, the aspirant must commit an act of supreme evil, an unforgivable taboo. Legend holds that this initiation requires the murder of a close relative, often a sibling or parent. This act irrevocably severs their connection to kinship, community, and the path of beauty. By paying this price, they forfeit their humanity, becoming a hollow vessel for a malevolent power that exists only to corrupt and destroy. They are no longer walking in beauty, but in a shadow of their own making. What does a Skinwalker look like? It's a question that haunts the quiet corners of the American Southwest. Describing a creature that defies the laws of nature is a difficult task, yet across countless stories passed down through generations, a chillingly consistent profile emerges. While the specific animal form may change, a core set of terrifying characteristics remains, painting a portrait of an entity that is neither fully human nor fully animal, but a horrifying fusion of both. Let's dissect the anatomy of this legendary shapeshifter, piece by terrifying piece. The pelt. The transformation begins with the skin. Skinwalkers are said to wear the pelts of animals they wish to become, most commonly coyotes, wolves, bears, or even large birds like owls. This act is not merely for disguise. It is a ritual of dark power. By donning the hide, the witch is believed to absorb the creature's abilities. The coyote's cunning, the wolf's speed, the bear's raw strength. The transformation is often described as grotesque and incomplete, a monstrous merging of forms that leaves behind an aura of profound wrongness. The eyes. This is perhaps the most famous and unnerving tell. Even when cloaked in an animal's form, a Skinwalker's eyes betray its true nature. They do not reflect light like a normal animal's eyes would in the dark. Instead, they are said to glow with a self-contained, malevolent light, often a sickly red or yellow. Witnesses consistently report that looking into these eyes feels like staring into the soul of a human, one filled with a hollow, calculating intelligence that is utterly terrifying. It's the one feature they cannot fully disguise: the sound and mimicry. Skinwalkers are masters of psychological warfare, using sound to instill fear and lure victims into danger. Witnesses often report inexplicable sounds, like heavy footsteps on the roofs of their homes or the frantic scratching of claws on a door in the dead of night. More chillingly, they are known for their perfect mimicry. They can replicate any sound, from a crying baby to the voice of a loved one calling for help from the darkness. This is a cruel tactic, designed to prey on human compassion and draw people out from the safety of their homes into the waiting night. Some historians believe the legend of the Skinwalker grew in intensity during one of the darkest periods in Navajo history: the Long Walk of 1864. After being forced from their lands by the U.S. Army, the Navajo were imprisoned at Bosque Redondo. The theory: in a time of starvation and desperation, it's said some turned to dark magic to survive or to seek revenge against their oppressors. The Skinwalker became a symbol of the internal rot that happens when a culture is pushed to the absolute brink of extinction. While the heart of the legend is in the Navajo Nation, the name exploded into the mainstream because of a 512-acre property in Utah, Skinwalker Ranch. The activity: since the 1950s, the ranch has been a hotspot for UFO sightings, cattle mutilations, and giant wolf-like creatures that are immune to bullets. The scientific search: billionaires and government agencies have spent millions investigating the ranch. They've recorded massive spikes in electromagnetic radiation and unseen forces that harass researchers. Is the ranch a doorway to another dimension, or has an ancient spirit been disturbed by modern curiosity? We arrive at the end of our journey, where the path forward is shrouded in a profound and deliberate silence. Most Navajo people will not talk to outsiders about skinwalkers, and this quiet is not born of simple superstition. It is a shield, a form of deep cultural respect for a power that is believed to grow with every mention. To speak the name is to invite the attention of that which walks in darkness. It's a belief that words have weight, that they can shape reality and give substance to the shadows that linger at the edge of our perception. This silence protects a fundamental truth. The Skinwalker represents the darkest parts of the human shadow. It is a chilling allegory for what we can become when we sever our connection to community, to empathy, and to the sacred balance of the world. It is the power we all have to harm, to corrupt, and to destroy, should we choose to abandon our humanity. The stories serve as a stark reminder that the greatest monsters are often not those from without, but those we create from within. So, we are left with the ultimate question, one that echoes through the canyons and across the digital expanse. Is the Skinwalker a physical being of flesh and bone, a shapeshifter cloaked in animal hide? Is it a psychological projection of generational trauma, a specter born from suffering and fear? Or is it something else entirely, an ancient elemental force that predates our understanding, something for which we simply have no name? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But as you type, remember the tradition of caution. Be careful what you say, especially after the sun goes down. The digital world has its own shadows. Don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. I'll see you in the next one.